So, why Tone Vays and other economists' opinion about Ethereum and altcoins is blind bullshit. The crypto market has been drawing for several weeks in a row, and that made some people saying very biased and ridiculous, to my personal view, public statements that there is no future for all crypto projects and Ethereum in particular. Tone Vays, a Bitcoin maximalist, and a Nobel economist, Nouriel Roubini, recently have taken a responsibility to claim that all altcoins are shit. And the first person keeps on saying that Bitcoin only will remain as the king coin. Why are these statements a bunch of bullshit, and why does it irritate me personally? I will try to explain in this video. But before that, I just want to warn you guys that this is not a financial advice or investment advice. Invest rationally, address professionals, or do your due diligence, okay? So, but if you are lazy bones or you have no time to investigate new digital assets investment potential, I want to recommend you to have a look at our Z Shop. Z Shop is an investment data and knowledge platform. So some analysts consider that up to 75% of recent ICOs are scam. We have spent already more than 2,000 hours on new digital asset research to help people better understand them and to find trustworthy projects. To find more information, check our website, Zfund, Zshop. Once again, z.fund, zshop, and we continue with the presentation. Okay. So, this is experimental rubric where I'm going to give my personal opinion to major events and news in the crypto market happening during the week. There is no title for this rubric yet, so if you have a good name for it, leave it your variant in the comments. My name is Roman Gorbunov, aka Boogieman, and today I want to give my opinion why Tone Vays and other economists' opinion about altcoins is bullshit. You're watching Whatdahack show, so let's hack it up. And first of all, yeah, we're on the right slide. First of all, let's break down Bitcoin maximalist mantra that Bitcoin will be the only coin in the market and see what is a possible scenario to let this happen. Well, Bitcoin maximalists blindly believe in Bitcoin as the only cryptocurrency to remain in the market in the end of the day. They claim that Bitcoin tech, actually blockchain technology that is implemented through Bitcoin as a digital currency, which was invented 9 years ago and hardly been updated recently, by the way. So that technology will be enough to serve all possible use cases where blockchain can apply. Let's do not criticize it for now, but accept it for granted just to play out the possible scenario. Okay? So Bitcoin blockchain, now I mean the distributed database, the tech, may serve as the premium layer or a common ledger, which other technologies and applications will communicate to write down information about transactions into its blocks. Like internet connects our computers to let us communicate, send information to each other by typing characters and send commands to applications by clicking buttons. Other words, to transact, right? So Bitcoin blockchain will connect us, I mean people, to let communicate between each other and use other applications, and it will store all these transactions in its blocks. In such case, Bitcoin blockchain will present a global super database. So all users and nodes activity, hence transactions, will be preserved, will be stored in this database, preserving privacy and security, and I do not mention here anonymity. So in that way, Bitcoin looks like a monopoly. As we know from economics, monopoly is bad for progress first, and secondly, current specification of Bitcoin blockchain does not allow to perform such power, and the current design covers only 0.01% of all possible use cases provided by blockchain as a decentralized and cryptographic technology. Okay. So meanwhile, there are projects already existing in the market or being developed which outperform Bitcoin in its technical specification and power to cover the rest of 99.99% of use cases. And Ethereum is one of those. I do not want to promote any projects in this show and give any defensive arguments towards Ethereum in particular. So we do objective analysis of digital assets in another show, so you can check our channel on YouTube. But I mention Ethereum here as Tone Vays and the Nobel economist Nouriel Roubini went attacking on it specifically, as it is the second largest network according to its capitalization and one of the most popular in the market. So the Nobel economist claims that 75% of applications built on top of Ethereum technology are Ponzi schemes with no solid use cases, and the rest 25% have no active user base. Along with that, Tone Vays claims that Ethereum will go close to zero in price in the soon future. So I'm honestly 100% sure that such statements are total bullshit. I have personally spent over 1,000 hours on researching and analyzing digital assets, including Ethereum projects built on top of Ethereum, which led me to design a unique methodology, that method, applicable to objectively evaluate such projects as digital currencies, tokens, and decentralized autonomous organizations. You can check more information about that method on z.fund/z-method on our zfund site. So one of the metrics included into that method covers such aspect as cryptonomics, or set of economic rules and incentives of a network that drives value of this network and its native currency. I know it is hard to understand this concept with a few information given, especially if it is your first time when you hear the word cryptonomics. So for better understanding, I would recommend you to compare it to a business model of a company or economic model of a company, read network, that is applied to generate revenue, read gain value. Okay, so initially Ethereum was designed as a decentralized supercomputer providing computer power on demand. And the very basic use case for such computer is high fidelity graphics rendering in computer games. With such a powerful computer, gamers will no longer need to buy and keep large boxes with video cards and coolers, but they will be likely to have just a computer with connection to internet to rent computing power at a much lower cost. So renting computing power is an already existing business model, but with blockchain technology it will go even more popular as it will become cheaper and more affordable. Okay? So before we go to the next subtopic, I want to show you first a snippet from Tone Vays' interview So let me do it right now. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry if it's too loud. I will just adjust the volume in a second. Here we go.
To the December all-time high, but Bitcoin is going to do really, really well.
Yeah, so from 233.
Are done. I think it's about time. I think every single altcoin is like a .com with a website and nothing behind it. So while the price of Bitcoin will probably break $20,000 in the next 2 to 3 years, but I'm expecting Ethereum to not exist in the near future.
That was going to be my next question because, of course,
Okay.
all of this is built on
Okay, guys. That's enough for now. Yeah. So altcoins are done is another loud statement by Tone Vays. And I remind you that Tone is a Bitcoin maximalist and a fan of funny caps, as you see. And here I have one word for him, and this is tokenization, as you see on the screen. I will not go in details now with its tremendous concept, just would give a short review. Tokenization is about giving everything value, just about giving everything value. Okay, so my intonation was a bit wrong. So no matter if it is a commodity, product, or even a human being, everything can be tokenized. Well, I roughly presume that everything. A very interesting example of tokenization is a unique token of an artist or singer or band. If you're from CIS region, you might have heard about Boogieman, a project launched by pop singer Olga Buzova, or you are better familiar with Akon, who is building his Akon, a coin actually. Yeah, a coin. Consider a personal token of an artist as personal shares. So once a company goes public, it issues shares and offers it for public trading, right? That's called IPO. With tokenization, any human can issue tokens and go ICO, initial coin offering, or ITO if you want, initial token offering. In such case, a token stands for a sort of credit that can be bought from this artist, expecting this token monetary value, monetary, will remain the same or will grow with time. Fascinating? Me too. So now I believe Tone Vays and the Nobel economist are done. Altcoins are not. Write down in the comments what you personally think about Bitcoin maximalists, Ethereum, and altcoins. I'm Roman Gorbunov, aka Boogieman, and today's episode I've been debating if there is future for Ethereum and altcoins. And as you see now, I honestly hope that you do. There is future, and this future is quite cool, but not so cool as Stone's caps, for sure. So you've been watching Whatdahack show. This is experimental rubric with my personal opinion to some controversial topics and news in the market. Like the video if you learn something new and interesting. Come on, people, it is free content, and your like is just a tiny piece of thank you to me. Subscribe, see you next week, and don't get hacked. Bye bye, guys.